Hello, welcome to another video. I have managed to set up this in a way in which the lighting is a little bit better. I have a kitten asleep on my foot at the moment too, so I'm actually sitting in a rather uncomfortable way. I wonder where the other kitten is. Probably upstairs asleep on the floor. So I thought I'd do just another little casual video. I'm probably going to use markers again because I don't know. Actually, no, maybe we won't use markers. Maybe we'll use the colouring pencils. Sorry, you can't even see that. I probably need to have the camera a little bit higher up so you get more of a view. So it's the 27th of the 3rd. I have a video posting tomorrow actually. And then I guess it'll be after that one posted, this one will post. Because I do try to keep the videos posting in the order they were recorded. Unless of course I end up spam recording a bunch of game videos, which is something that can sometimes happen. I have my laptop next to me too, if I want to be able to look up references. Ugh, the way I'm sitting is so uncomfortable, but I can't move too much because of a cat on my foot. I think we're actually going to draw my Skyrim character today. Not that Skyrim really works that well on my laptop. It tends to crash. I think it's a issue with the mods I have or something, I don't know. I just don't know. I'm too lazy to bother sorting it out. I'm pretty typical in Skyrim. I do whatever I find fun. I don't play it as I want to make things difficult. I play it in I want to do whatever will amuse me and be the most fun to do in this instance. I haven't actually gotten that far into my current save file because of the aforementioned crashing issue, and I guess if I fix the issue, whatever the crashing issue is, then I would have to start again, because I'd potentially have to remove some mods, which isn't that much of a big deal, but I kind of like the Skyrim character. I kind of wish too that I could just play it on my Switch, because I do like my Switch. I play Minecraft on it quite a lot actually. It's been a few days I think since I last played Minecraft, but that's just because I've been distracted by the way I was drawing. You couldn't even see it, could you? I've just been distracted by other things. I'm still kind of learning how to best do things, so I'm drawing and you're actually able to see what I'm drawing. I think I also need to get more into the habit of making videos, since I haven't even been talking that long and my throat already hurts a little bit. This face is probably too wide. So my character that I'm drawing here, my Skyrim character, by pencil, her name is Arceus. I didn't deliberately have her name so similar to the Pokemon game, if you're wondering, but it's now occurring to me that it is remarkably similar. She is very typical in her leanings. She is a stealth archer, which I think is a type of character everyone has played in Skyrim. You'd be lying if you said you hadn't. And she originally lived in Riften, in the house there. I think she will be involved with the Thieves Guild, but I haven't actually got into that part of my playthrough yet, if I ever do, because, you know, I don't know if I'm going to be continuing with her or not. Or maybe I'll end up making like a fanfic about her. Could be fun, because I do like her as a character. Not that I don't think I've ever actually done a finished drawing of her, so it's fun to finally be doing that, I guess. But yes, she lives in Riften. She adopted 2 children. Can't actually remember which children she adopted, I just know that she's got 2 children. I think she might have adopted Sophia, or is it Sophie? You know, the girl in Windhelm. And then I think I adopted another child from a random cave, because one of the mods I have, it adds children to random caves that I can adopt, which is fun, I think. I'm always for whatever adds more children. I end up a lot of the time when I play Skyrim, I end up treating it as some sort of game where I collect children and clothes, because I like to have my characters wear whatever is cutest. Like, sorry, armor stats? No, I'm whatever's gonna look cutest on my character, thank you. Currently, I'm gonna draw Arceus wearing a dress because I don't want to bother with armor, so she can wear a dress in this picture. I do have a reference picture of the character on the screen. It is over there. I cannot show you that screen because then I would have to fiddle around with the camera, and I don't want to. Do we want to have little thrills? No, because I don't want it to be like an overly complicated dress. I think she would have the kind of simple dress, because like she makes decent money as an adventurer who takes random jobs, but she's not like wealthy. In fact, she probably either made this dress or bought it from the Riverwood trader, because after she adopts her 2 children, she lives in Riverwood. I have a mod that adds a house there, and that is the one that she keeps her children in. At least I'm pretty sure. It's been a while since I last played Skyrim, but I'm pretty sure that is where I had them. Sorry, I was just trying to remember what I was last doing. Like what quest line I was last paying attention to. And I do not remember, so I guess it can't be that important. I might head to Markarth and do the whole quest line that has Namura's ring at the end of it, because that one has just occurred to me and I feel like doing that one. But of course I should really figure out how I can get it so it doesn't crash. Eventually I would like it so I can actually record playing Skyrim. Was I leaning forward into the camera, or I don't know. I don't know if my hair was leaning into the camera or not. I guess I'll find out after. I also want to eventually be able to record The Sims. I've been doing a Sims series on TikTok. It's not the most high effort, it's just me adding another part whenever I feel like it, which is pretty consistently, honestly. I think this is one of the only times I've actually been consistent on TikTok, and that's just because I like Sims. And I tend to just sit and play Sims and record a bunch of TikToks, and then I slowly post them over the next day, because I don't really want to sit there and post 5 TikToks within 5 minutes. It would be a little bit goofy. And the fact that the internet here tends to work better at night time, because that's when everyone is in bed. It is in fact currently nearly 4 AM. So I assume everyone's in bed. There is a possible chance that my sister is not, because she likes to try staying up late. She doesn't get away with it on school nights, but sometimes in the weekends she does. And it is in fact Sunday right now. She sometimes gets away with it on school days too. Really just depends on what time my mother goes to bed at. But also she doesn't actually have the energy to stay up as late as she would want to during the week because of having to get up early for school. Which thankfully I am very much out of school, years past school. Yeah, I'm still not sure if I'm actually staying out of the camera when I'm leaning forward or not. It is pretty cool to actually be able to record in a way that I can have my hands free. Oh, I was sitting on my hand, that's why there's wrinkly dinklies. My arm is actually pretty bruised up right now, and it's kind of weird. And I don't know where I got all the bruises from. This is your only warning for old scars on my arm, but pretty bruised up at the moment. No idea where I got them. Little bruise, little bruise, little bruise, little bruise. There's a bruise somewhere on the other side too, I think. Yeah, just here. Don't know what happened there. Bruises on there too. Like, what did I do? Who knows? Now I'm just trying to decide if I want to stick to pencils or use markers. I think we'll use pencils, but I don't actually have my pencil sharpener in the room with me, so I cannot sharpen any of the pencils. I cannot see the screen. 11 minutes. That's alright. She would be wearing shoes, so we'll colour her feet in brown, I guess. She's wearing some nice brown shoes. This is not her skin tone. I love this pencil case, but also the problem with pencil cases is you can't really see all the colours at once. We'll use this one for a blush. I should really swatch all my pencils. Not that I'd ever actually look at the swatches if I did. It's brick red. I don't think she has brick red skin. Actually, brick red would be good for her markings on her face, wouldn't they? There's a pink. Brick red. Don't need a pencil. Burnt ochre. Yeah, we could try that along with this. What colour dress does she want to have? Maybe a blue? Blue, I think. What colour eyes does she have? I think they're kind of purpley in colour. Purple. And she's got blonde hair. Ew. But it's kind of a really white blonde, so I don't know if we want to colour that in at all. I am looking for a specific pencil here. I'm just failing. That one. Ugh, pencils. Sorry, I don't even know how much of that you saw. So we got 3 different pencils for this. We got 4 pencils for the skin apparently. I think these 3 will be fine. Don't know how I managed to fail. This one is a little too golden in tone, I think. Like, it needs to be more of a browny tone. Like, maybe I could use... Yeah, I'm still not sure if my hair keeps getting into the frame or not. Maybe I could just use it on the edges and as kind of a highlight thing. Like, only small bits of this colour, but not too much of this colour, if that makes sense. No more of you. I think I'm actually getting her skin tone really, really wrong at the moment. But this is just a little, it's not meant to be like a perfect drawing. And I really am trying. I think these are just the closest to her skin tone I have in pencils. Maybe I should get the Crayola Colours of the World pencils. I think the pencils I have are actually higher quality than Crayola. I don't really tend to consider Crayola to be a magnificent or high quality type of pencil. Like, I like Crayola and they're decent, but they're not, it's not like my go-to brand or anything. But at the same time, I know I use traditional art. I used to use it a lot more, and you'd think at this point I would have had a lot of practice and be a lot more confident with traditional art, but it's still really not what I would consider my primary thing. Eventually I will do another sketchbook tour and show you a whole bunch of some of my older stuff. I did actually buy a skin pack of pencils, but they're all kind of jumbled in. I think the ones that are the full pencil is one colour like this, rather than the tip, it being black with the tip in its colour. Those are from either a skin pack, a different pack, or I got 3 different packs of 3 different themes, so these are all from those. One of the themes was a pink one, and that's where this one probably came from. And I imagine the one in my hand probably came from the skin pack. Is this a lighter tone or a darker tone? I mean, I can kind of use it to darken. Just looks a little too goldeny, I think. Like, no, I don't like that. Today I set the little ring light thing I have, so it's over there, rather than above the camera, because I think that does the lighting a lot better in terms of being able to see things and not having so much of a shadow, but at the same time you can kind of really tell that the light direction is coming from that way in terms of what the shadows are like. So maybe I need to get like a secondary little light that I can set over here, have 2 on either side, so even amount of light. So the setup will improve over time. We're just gonna get there slowly and eventually. What colour did I say her eyes were? Purple. That's why I have this purple pencil here. What did I want the brick red for? Her face. Definitely need to sharpen a bunch of these pencils. There we go. I'm surprised Toby has actually remained asleep on my foot for so long, because when he first arrived he was definitely spending most of his time asleep. Like, I quite often just walked around with him inside my shirt, but as he got a little bit older he started having more energy, having more playful times, and now he still, you know, naps pretty heavily, but he also just plays a lot, which I've got another kitten, Elsa. That's my mum's kitten, and Elsa is staying with me and I'm looking after him until mum has a setup for him. And Toby is really thrilled to have another kitten to look after, but at the same time I think since Toby is older than Elsa, Toby has a lot more energy than Elsa, so poor Elsa ends up being a little bit harassed and played with more than he would like. I do separate them if Elsa is getting too upset, but for the most part I leave them to their playing. Elsa was originally living full-time in a cat carrier, but since Elsa has gotten a bit braver and a bit more explorative. It would be kind of mean to keep him in the cat carrier when he doesn't want to be, so he's allowed to roam the full place now. And now I only really put him in the cat carrier if I'm wanting to feed him without all the other cats swamping and stealing his food. I really need to get some little scales for whenever I have a kitten here, so I can make sure they're gaining weight and staying healthy. I just haven't done that yet. I think they're both doing fine though. Like Toby has definitely grown very quickly. He's sprung up like a little weed. When I'm a bit more closer to finished, I will actually grab Toby and show you him. He is becoming a really lanky boy. I need to actually do some math and figure out exactly how old Toby is, because he needs to go into the vet sometime and I would like to be able to give them an accurate age on how old he is. I think he has actually hit the weight required so he can get neutered, which I'm sure he will not be pleased about. I mean, what cat is happy to get neutered? I actually need to go clean up the litter boxes after this too. I love having cats and I love looking after cats, but there is always so much poop to clean up if you have indoor cats, and honestly I think indoor cats is the best way to have cats. Especially here in New Zealand when we have so much wildlife. Like, I mean, everywhere's got wildlife that you should be concerned about when it comes to cats, but I feel like we've got a decent amount of endangered species, and I would hate to have a cat that is contributing to that species dying out. I cannot read the screen. Oh, 22 minutes. Sorry if you feel like this video is a little bit long. I'm really not trying to take too long, but that is kind of just how long the drawing is taking. I'm not going to bother doing lining on this because I do not want to. Yeah. The silver's just kind of there, but not too much silver. So that is the finished drawing. Maybe in another video I will fill up the page a bit more, because, you know, what's the point in having a sketchbook this big if you just draw one individual figure per page? That's not very fun. Like, I'll probably fill up this page a bit more in another video too. Practice using markers more. There's this marker set on a site I like using, and I am so tempted to get that set. We'll see if I get it on next Wednesday or not. I'm still not entirely decided. This is my art tablet stand, if anyone's curious. Yep, laptop's in the way. It just goes up. Doesn't want to go up right now because the laptop is in the way. Toby. Did not know you were sleeping like a slumped little bean. Here's my Toby Loby. Look how big and lovely he's getting. He's also a little bit asleep. But yeah, that is this video. Thank you for watching. I look forward to drawing with you again in the next one. Bye bye.